Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. The Phillies lost 2 out of 3 to the Los Angeles Dodgers over this week in Philadelphia. As we are recording this is Friday. The Phillies are going to be opening up a new series against the Yankees starting tonight. And here to talk all about everything that's going on in Phillies land, which is quite a bit. We have Jeremy, SJ Phillies fan. How are you today, man?
God, the Dodgers just made us all realize all the deficiencies are just so real.
Are you telling me that the Phillies are not as good as the Dodgers?
No, we didn't face Otani, Snell, Yamamoto, and we scored. Besides the one game we won, one run.
Well, the offense scored 10 on Monday, and they scored
Yeah,
5 on Wednesday.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, but all that was garbage time.
Most of that was garbage time. But no, I mean, ultimately that's the problem, right? Like the Phillies sent out a couple of their top dogs with Sanchez going in this series, and the Dodgers didn't do much other than Robleski, who's pretty good. It was just very clear that these teams are operating on very different levels.
Yeah, yeah, and Sanchez's line looks worse than it should be because they don't give errors at MLB anymore.
True. I mean, how crazy was that Sanchez, well, really the Turner game is, I think, what everybody's going to remember that as.
Oh, insane. Turner needs to get off shortstop now, but they say they're not, and it's just annoying.
Right. I know we've talked a little bit about this already. I don't care that he made some nice plays later on in the series at shortstop. I don't want to see him there anymore. I don't think it's in the best interest of the team. And I think that they could potentially be flexible and creative in moving him to the outfield, and that could potentially open up an ability to trade for an infielder. Because I feel like there's just more infielders that are available than there are outfielders these days.
Yeah, yeah. Outfielder, right-hitting outfielders are just they don't exist. Good ones don't
Right.
exist.
Right.
If they're either a stud or they're garbage.
Right. And everybody talking about like Taylor Ward, this and that. I mean, I feel like Taylor Ward at the trade deadline this year is going to cost a ton because who else is a real option?
I know, but do you want to like you want to pay a bunch for a guy with a 359 slugging?
Right. In an ideal world, like, sure, yeah, I would love some kind of right-handed hitting outfielder to make this team better, but you look at the realistic situation that they're in, and I just become more and more unconvinced that it's actually going to be feasible for them to do.
Well, and it's just hysterical that they want to like try to acquire another like decent starting pitcher, and it's just like imagine trading for Joe Ryan, but we lose the first 3 games 2-1, and he never pitches.
Let's get into that. You're alluding to like the Gelb article that he wrote, which
Yeah,
pretty much said that the Phillies are centering on maybe a starting pitcher that is capable of pitching in a playoff game, right?
it's just asinine. This team, you get it. So say we go trade for Joe Ryan. So, yeah, so he would be the number 4 starter after Luzardo. There's no guarantee this offense gets us to game 4.
Right. Well, if it's a wild card series, there is no game 4.
Exactly, and like we had 4 quality starting pitchers for playoffs last year, and
Yeah.
it's just it's our limited resources are so not useful on trading for a starting pitcher right now. It's just asinine.
The argument, and this is mostly taken from the most recent Phillies Therapy podcast, which I recommend everybody listens to. But the argument that you're going to hear the Phillies make is really two-pronged. Number one is just that the cost of acquisition for a starting pitcher is going to be much less because there's a lot of them available compared to pretty much every other position on the diamond. And then number two, if they get the right starting pitcher, is somebody that they could use as kind of like a hybrid starter bullpen option. You put them in the rotation for the rest of the year. It kind of like eliminates the 5 spot because you can slide Aaron Nola down to the 5. Whoever you have is like the 5 pitcher, Painter, Ronhell, whatever. You can just throw them to AAA, and then improves your rotation now. Come the postseason in a 3-game series, you could start your big 3, and then have that 4th Joe Ryan type be a bullpen option. And then if you do need it for a 4th game in a division series or somewhere farther on, then you have a better 4 starter.
Yeah, but I feel like we could acquire a guy who is quality enough to be your 4th, 5th starter, and then be a bullpen guy for a lot less than that. And I don't want I don't want a guy who is starting a playoff like that kind of quality. We don't need that.
Yeah. I think it is important that the Phillies care about the rest of this regular season. I think as we sit here right now, it's not a guarantee that they're going to make the playoffs. I think that these regular season games are going to matter down the
Yeah.
stretch. So I do kind of want there to be a starting pitcher move to be able to make it more likely that they make the playoffs. But at the same time, when you actually are in the playoffs, you would rather have like a defined reliever there that's able to take down a big inning in the clutch moments of the game.
No, we have no one for the 7th and 8th we can trust.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd rather try to get guys who could go 7th and 8th. So you keep Kirkering in the 6th inning, where he's a nice little, like soft little pillow, and keep him nice and comfy. Because, I know we've been out on Kirkering for just a while. It's just I feel like everyone else is finally done with Kirkering too. Just he's a head case.
Yeah.
He is the most talented, least clutch reliever I think I've ever seen.
Right. Right. It's pretty easy to tell when he's on or when he's off. Now, what I will say, there is one pitcher that I'd say I trust right now in like the late innings, and that's Jonathan Dolan. Um,
I
I
just
think
wish
that
he wouldn't. Yeah, I just want him to not walk a guy, like come out and throw strikes. Like, I feel like the first batter he faces goes 3-0 every freaking time.
would it surprise you that his walk percentage is 87th
It's
percentile?
I know, but doesn't it feel like he always comes out in 3-0?
Right. He's not the most efficient pitcher. I would agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. So his walks per nine is 2.1, which yeah. So yeah, but like right now I trust Bolin and Duran, and then we have nothing. We need to get another reliever.
I agree. I think a
Honestly,
reliever is most important.
yeah, just call up Wood.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm there. Because number one, I'm kind of unconvinced at how he would do at getting outs in the major leagues. I know that he's had some good starts recently in Double A. That's Double A. And right now we're seeing like a bigger gap than in prior years between Triple A and the majors. So I can't imagine what the gap between Double A and the majors would be like. And it's also not like he's not struggling at times in Double A. I think it's more likely that they trade Gage Wood than it is that they call Gage Wood up.
Good for him because I think he has the makings of a stud reliever.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
just MLB.com released all the sites released their prospect rankings for the trade deadline. So according to MLB, Gage Wood is now 49th, Ada Miller is 51, and Francisco Renteria is 88. So
right.
we have 3 top 100. Fangraphs doesn't have Renteria, but it has Gage Wood and Miller.
Yeah. And this whole farm system is like a little bit of a disaster. We've talked
Lower
about
level,
that
I mean, I feel like this. We always say this. The lower level pitching has got some nice studs. Like remember the baby aces. I just feel like every few years we have these stud pitchers in A ball that just never progress.
Yeah. And even more, it turns like it's like a thing with like FCL or like, the Dominican League players that, they're dominating there. They're putting up crazy stats. And then you see them come stateside, or see them kind of get into like the full season minor leagues, and then things start to fall apart a little bit. So it's hard for me to get too excited about the guys that are in the lower level of the minor leagues because there's just so much time left to go. And I feel like oftentimes you can get pretty good value by trading them because, there's dev teams around the league that think they can mold these young players into who they want them to be.
Yeah, imagine if we traded Brody Colvin after 2011.
Who knows what you could have gotten? Could have gotten the moon.
He was ranked 56th by Baseball America before 2011.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate the way that it worked out then, and I feel like it's potentially going a similar way now. I mean, obviously there's unfortunate luck that's gone into Aiden Miller being hurt, and I guess Painter being hurt as well. Um, but I think that the red flags were always there with Crawford. At this point, they certainly could have traded Painter for a lot. I think I agree with them not doing that and trying to fix him after the Tommy John. But it's just a bad time to be a prospect on the Phillies.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty funny. Just go back to 2011 top 100 MLB. Jeremy Hellickson, number 2, ahead of Bryce Harper.
There you go. So
Yeah.
I think like the next place that we should probably take this is going a little bit more into the way that this team is managed on the field by Don Mattingly. I know a lot of people have been criticizing him after the series. I'd love to know your take on that.
Yeah, it's hard to judge him for the bullpen moves when we have no bullpen because it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, yes, he shouldn't have let Nola go out for the 6th inning, but who do you put there? And did they not? Well, the odds they don't give up a couple more runs.
Yeah, I understand the
I
argument.
can't. I can't. I honestly, besides his Seth Johnson usage, I can't blame him for his decisions because he's had no one besides Duran, and putting Duran out for that one out was stupid too.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah,
the bullpen stuff's been bad across the board. I think anybody could have told you that going to Aaron Nola for the 6th inning there was asking for trouble. Anybody could have told you that like rolling over Seth Johnson to
who
try to have him pitch
yeah
another inning is
yeah
ridiculous. Um, there's certainly questionable decision making. I'm not going to lay into Don Mattingly because I truly do believe in my heart of hearts that this team would not have turned things around if it wasn't for him becoming the manager. Do I think that Rob Thompson's probably like a better X's and O's manager than Don Mattingly? Yes, but I also don't think this team is where they're at right now if they still have Rob Thompson.
yeah. But I'm also the thing like the team got too complacent again. I honestly feel like they need to fire Mattingly and bring another manager and to get the light under them. This team just can't get themselves motivated.
Right. And that's when you go into maybe it's a problem with the leadership of the team. They think they can
Yep.
coast through things. They think they're better than there are, um, which isn't great.
Just yeah, I want someone to bench them for their mistakes. Like Marsh is swinging at everything high out of the zone again. You tell like he swings in a bad pit, like a obvious ball high in a big situation, you bench him. Turner makes 2 4 real fours, you bench him. Like, you've obviously hit a lot of the game, but like so you bench him. Harper doesn't run the ball, you bench him. Like stuff Charlie did. It's just this team. Yeah, this team just. It's amazing how we have like the dumbest collective of baseball IQ, yet somehow always win 90 games. Like, do
Well,
we even want to talk? Do we want to talk about that JT play? Everyone else has talked it to death.
yeah, I was at the game that night. This was, the rain delay game. It was a not great night to be at the ballpark, and to end in that way, I don't think most people in the stadium even like knew what was happening. If you want me to be honest with you, but then I think they very quickly realized what JT did, and I mean it's just you can't do that. You can say it. I'm sure he knows it, but like you cannot do that.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just It's not on Crawford. Crawford did the guy in the rundown and everything, and just for some reason Realmuto was like, yeah, I thought he could make back to third somehow.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. Yeah, it's no, this team like these brain farts that this team does. It's unacceptable, and there's no accountability when this shit happens.
Do you
And we're
believe me when I tell you that this is an above average base running team?
yeah, just because plays like that are so rare and stupid. Like one play like that isn't going to change any metric.
Right. Yeah. Um,
Because Crawford has lost stolen bases, Stott has a decent amount. Yeah,
is it just me or does it seem like Bryce Harper has like been much better on the base paths this year? Like he hasn't been as much of a complete moron.
I mean, he's fine. It's fun. He's not making dumb decisions extending hits, but he's making terrible decisions on stealing.
Right. Right. Yeah. Um, obviously you're not seeing as much as you would like as like Turner on the base paths. Like I think we all wish
But,
that he would run
but how
more.
can you? Turner's on base percentage is 294.
Sure. And it also seems like
He
he's
is set.
compromised in some way.
Yeah, I mean, because like the past couple years, he's had like hamstring issues.
Yeah. I don't know. The,
Yeah,
the
but like
Turner thing feels like a
Tur-
disaster.
Turner's 17 for 19 in stolen bases. So when he's run, it's fine. It's just it's just he's not on base enough to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 28 out of his 100 hits are doubles or home. No, not 20. Jesus, no, 32% of his 100 hits exactly. So 32% of his hits are for extra bases. So he's not like getting a lot of singles to steal.
Right. Yeah. Um, I feel pretty down on this team right now. I don't think I've ever
Everyone,
been. Go
yeah,
ahead.
no, I mean for this, everyone is like the deficiencies of the offense are just bringing their head. The deficiencies on defense are just bringing the head. Like, I mean, it's hysterical. Just, but uh, it looks like so many catchers are available at the trade deadline. Like, why do we have to give JT 3 years?
Sure. I mean, we've, I think, been over this on the podcast. It's been recorded that it was going to be a 2-year deal, and then the Phillies started to pivot to Bichette because they thought Bichette was going to sign with them. And then when Bichette instead signed with the Mets as an apology to JT, the Phillies gave him an extra third year,
Yeah,
which
it's
is,
just like, how about you don't pit? Yeah, like why would you even until anything is signed? Why would you even say anything to JT? You were in the driver's seat. He had no leverage.
right. I mean, this is a competitive league. You have to take edges where you can, and I don't know. Like, I think the Phillies try to do right by their players, which I feel like I should applaud,
Yeah,
and obviously that's cool. But I don't
yeah,
think that they're getting as much as they think they are out of it. I think that when they're being good to their players like this, it makes the city, the team, more of a destination for future free agents. You look at the way that they extended Christopher Sanchez by essentially just giving him more money. And in my opinion, I don't think that kind of stuff really wins over future free agents because future free agents are going to want to have money and they're going to want to win. And the money, maybe you get it here, but maybe you don't. And the Phillies are probably not in the best situation to win in the next few years.
yeah. A hilarious headline is the Angels are hoping to add a young catcher. So, do we trade low for a Hoppy and try to like see if we can like change the scenery him?
Well, who knows what's going on with the catchers right now? Garrett
I yeah,
Stubbs is on
yeah, but
the
you went on that the hysterical. We had too many catchers on the roster. Now we're calling up Peyton Henry.
well. As soon as they finally put like Stubbs on the injured list, which I'm sure was for a very legitimate reason, right? They had Marshawn get injured, uh, left
Yeah, I
knee
know. It's like
patellar.
patellar tendonitis. But I mean, it's just hilarious. Yeah, they wait until like 4 o'clock to announce who was going on for the move for Tilla Cruz. Hey, who's anyone got sore? Anyone a little sore? Anyone need a little vacation? What?
It seems somewhat transparent. Peyton Henry, though, he does have some major league experience. He has 43 career at bats in the major leagues with the
with the
Marlins across
Marlins.
2021 and 2022. And his OPS is 523, so he's probably
Stud,
not the answer.
stud, yeah, and he's only been with Lehigh. He was with us last year, and then he signed with the Yankees and re-signed with us recently. But yeah, 7 games in AAA with us, OPS of 148.
He might be better than Marchand. I mean, Marchand, this is a man with an OPS almost in the 200s, which is like hard to even comprehend. OPS plus of negative 17. He's worth negative six
Wow,
tenths of WAR as a backup catcher. Like
I don't think
Marchand
I've
has
ever
been
seen like a negative OPS plus.
maybe like with pitchers, right? But not like an actual
Yeah,
position
a guy
player.
with almost 100 at bats.
Right. Right. I mean, a lot of people are like making the argument that like, Marchand's better than Stubbs for whatever reason. And maybe defensively that's true. But I mean,
Barely. I mean, we've seen Stubbsy make some great throws.
right. And at least Stubbs has a positive OPS plus.
Yeah, and just yeah.
I'm not a Marchand head, I guess you could put it.
No, no, no. It was fun and all when he was like rising fast in the minors, but then he stalled. Like, yeah, it was really funny, but he had more home runs in the majors than the minors.
Right. Yeah. Um, how do you think the Phillies are going to do against Cam Schlittler tonight?
No hitter.
Definitely seems like the matchups for the Phillies in this series are not great. If I'm being honest with you, you're looking at Schlittler versus Luzardo today. You're looking at Ryan Weathers against TBD, probably some kind of like random minor league call up on Saturday night. Then Sunday night baseball, Chris Sanchez, Will Warren. Like, hopefully that's a game the Phillies win. But I'd be lying if I felt good about really any game in this series right now.
Yeah, yeah. I know, but just the way this Phillies team works, we're going to beat Schittler, and then yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Like who knows? We're at the point with the team that we're back at the point where who knows who's good, how the team's going to show up and hit.
Right.
They're benching Marsh against lefties again because Marsh just can't hit anything right now. So but it's just like his defense makes up for it. My whole thing. We don't have anyone. So
Yeah.
uh,
How confident are you that the Phillies are going to make the playoffs? You look at Fangraphs, which I think is usually the way that most people look for their playoff odds, and the Phillies are in the 80s, higher in the 80s is their chance to make the playoffs. To me, that seems high, but I'd love to know what you think.
uh, I think they can make the. I think they will make the playoffs, but I I do not have faith in this offense in the postseason.
I think it's more likely than not, right? Like I'm not sitting here telling you that they're not going to make the playoffs, but to
Yeah,
me, there's two big stats that I look at. Number one, you look at their run differential, it's bad, right? It's negative 15. This is a
yeah,
worse run differential than any of the other teams that are above 500 in the National League, unsurprisingly.
yep,
And
yeah.
then on
Because
top of
they're more
that,
prone to getting blown out than blowing out themselves.
you look at their record in one-run games, and maybe we've talked about this before. I think having Johan Duran in the bullpen, such a lockdown closer, that makes it more likely that you're going to win a one-run game, but not to the ridiculous, ludicrous extent that the Phillies are currently winning them at. Um,
Yeah,
and I just don't think
like a
that's
crazy
sustainable.
stat. I'm pretty sure. Like I forgot if it's happened yet, but I'm pretty sure Duran has more one-run saves already this year than Lich had in all of '08.
I mean that passes the sniff test, right? I mean it
Yeah, I know. So it's
makes
just
it
like
to an
yeah,
extent.
like Lidge was great, but Lidge had the benefit of like coming in with 3-run leads all the time.
Right. Right. Very different Phillies team in 2008 than the Phillies team in 2026.
the team could rake and the team could field. Side Howard.
Yeah. Yeah. You look at the remaining schedule strength, and the Phillies have one of the harder schedules of any team in the league. Um, they have the sixth hardest schedule. The only teams above them are the Reds, the Mets, the Cubs, the Rockies, and the Braves. Um, that's not what I like to see. In general, you see a lot of the National League teams have harder schedules, which makes sense because the American League is quite bad. Um, but it's still not where I would want the Phillies to be when you have teams like the Padres or the Diamondbacks or the Nationals or the Cardinals or the Marlins have easier schedules than the Phillies the rest of the way.
Yeah, but the Marlins also have kind of come back to earth.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they have, right? They're on a big losing streak right now.
They've lost 9 in a row.
But is it coming back to earth when their run differential is still positive? Like they have a 26 run delta in their run differential compared to the Phillies.
Yeah, because that team doesn't, even though the offense, but the team didn't scream anything. Uh, like the lineup never really impressed me, even though they were a bunch of guys with OPS plus over 100. It just, eh. But
Well, the Phillies will be playing them pretty soon.
I know, so that will be a big test.
It will be. I mean, a trip in Miami for a series during the week. It's like the place where baseball hope and dreams they go to die because the place is so dead. So it almost will be a little bit of a litmus test to see how much gumption the Phillies have. I'm worried that they're not going to be able to really create the energy.
Yeah, uh, this team can. This team can. They need to. It's just, I don't know. They lack discipline. It's like they don't walk. Like I think Marshall has like 20 walks. Remuto doesn't walk anymore. I think like if these guys who are struggling would just, I, they just need to like get out of their head. It just feels like this team just can't get out of their heads when they're struggling. It's just so many uncompetitive at bats. It's just, I don't know. It's just this team composition. Yeah, I don't know if it's Harper or whatever. Just, ugh.
Are they struggling or are they aging?
But Bohm and Marsh aren't, Stott aren't old. And
I mean,
just these, yeah.
I have no
But yeah,
problem with
JT,
Stott.
yeah, the Stott's, Stott's fine when he is. But like I keep looking at JT Savant page, and like his bat speed is 64%, his squared up percent is 76%, but his chase rate is 32%. His walk rate is only 27 percentile. It's just he's swinging at bad pitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's, yeah, so and as I know Derek Hill prays long, because I think that brings a good point. What I'm about to say is they need a new messaging in the hitting department. Like Hill is new, so long it worked with him. But whatever his long message is, it just is falling on deaf ears.
Right.
They need some kind of offensive shakeup. And
It's harder and harder to see the path forward. You're talking about offensive shakeup, and I agree that would be great. Like, how are they actually going to make that happen? Like, I don't think that's necessarily a feasible thing for them to do.
no, you have to hope they do a 2021 Braves thing and they trade for a bunch of fourth outfielders and backup infielders that catch fire.
Yeah, but then you're just like you're playing darts or some kind of like luck game, and I
Uh,
I don't know
Baseball
if
is
I
all
want to sell
about.
for this team. I don't know if I want to sell off prospects for this team. I think that
I
even if
don't.
they yeah,
I
because
don't.
even
Unless they're like low A. I'm like, okay, whatever.
but even in like anybody that they're selling, which Sure, you're right. If it's like, some marginal at best prospect, I don't really care. But anything of like actual value, I don't want to sell. I think even if you make improvements to this team, if you get them a new fourth starter, if you get them somebody in the outfield, a new bullpen piece, some combination of those things, I don't think that suddenly turns them into a real contender.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think Brian Keller is going to be the savior? He's announced to be he's going to be the next fifth starter for the Phillies.
There you go.
Career minor leaguer, 32 years old. Seems like he didn't pitch at all between 23 and 26.
Okay.
It's not even showing up as like an independent league in Baseball Reference, but he's got good numbers. 10 starts. I mean, eight really. Two of them were in rookie. So 8 starts, 36 innings, 38 strikeouts, only 11 walks. But God, 5 home runs though. Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, so good for yeah. So maybe this is our new Chris Coast.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be confident say that. I mean,
Yeah, just maybe this trade deadline will be crazy. Maybe then we'll just be hyped up on all the news, all the grid stuff. But I mean, offense around the league also just sucks, and yeah, baseball needs to do something, lower the mound, whatever. I want offense to be good besides just not scoring errors
right.
because that cheapens the sport. Like it's just late. Like how do you give Turner like, oh yeah, we'll give this guy? That's not those aren't errors. That's just the way baseball is played. What?
Right. I don't know, man. I'm pretty down on them right now. I'm
I know, but
pretty down
I
on
feel
them.
like we've been down them. Well, because we've been seeing this coming from a mile away. It's just,
Other people are, I think, waking up to the way it is.
yeah. But I don't know. We got. I mean, Renteria is slow. Hopefully, he could be that one prospect that shoots through the Phillies. Actually, call up early and be in the majors in a couple years. 2030 Phillies.
I
2030
feel like
Phillies.
that's very optimistic. The Phillies have never done that before. Maybe they're due. Maybe they're due.
But other good news reports are that we're signing Spangler and his back is cleared, and that will, with him signing, that will be all of our top 11 picks be signed. So that's
Okay.
good. I mean, I'm definitely I'm hyped for Hogan Pole and then uh Gav Gav yeah Spotch. I gotta mean what's his freaking name?
Sure.
Just two giant, speedy, powerful outfielders.
What's the
If
best
you
way
get if you
forward?
best way forward is
What's
you
the best
don't
case?
best case forward is we trade just marginal pieces for relievers and fourth outfielder.
Okay. What's the worst case?
We sell the farm for Joe Ryan.
Okay.
Consiglio. There we go. Yeah. So no, yeah, Gasparino and Consiglio. Oh no, Gasparino. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Gasparino. And so I want, yeah, big, tall outfielders, stud, both like thick, powerful, speedy outfielders that can play center,
Right.
and they yeah, they have like good contact where they don't swing at junk. So uh,
Yeah.
if you haven't, and anyone listening hasn't listened to the High Hopes episode with the interviewed Brian Barber, go listen to it. It's great. Goes, oh, he's the scouting director, breaks down pretty much all the way the draft worked in the process,
I'm
and
tired of
talks about the guys.
I'm tired of acting like he's some kind of like savant though. Like the Phillies have not done a good job of drafting.
No,
So
no,
I think how can you trust
well,
what he's saying and get excited by what he's saying when he's been wrong in pretty much the majority of what he's done?
fair, fair. But yes, I'm just trying to let's look at previous. Well, like I think well, a lot of guys have been doing well. Like Spikerman is a like I think he's having a. I haven't really been following up as much as I should.
Right.
Yeah, I guess Spikerman is not doing the greatest, but I thought Burkholder was doing well. I haven't kept up really with the minors as much as I said.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot, right? Well, the short season leagues are coming to an end soon, anyways. So yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
lower the.
Burkholder is 20 years old in Clearwater. OPS is 778. He's a righty 6'1", so it's good.
Yeah. Anything else that you
Yeah.
have for us today?
Um, no, I do know. Hopefully, we get some trades before the deadline. It's always I mean, it's always more fun when like nothing happens till the trade deadline and it comes through, and then you have the ones that come after the deadline, then come out. So it'll be fun.
Cool.
Basically, have 10 days till the deadline.
Coming up before you know it.
Yep. It's Apple TV tonight. Uh, so if you have Apple TV, watch it and turn on there's an option to turn on the radio feed. I recommend everyone do that.
It sounds so like I really enjoy the like quality, the video quality of Apple TV games. I really
Oh,
don't
it's
mind them.
great. No, yeah, no, the quality of the Apple TV is great, but I can't stand the stupid stats they throw up there, like RBI, like expectancy, whatever. It's just like, come
Sure.
on, come on.
No, it's definitely a little goofy, to say the least. All right. Well, that's all that I have for today.
Cheer up. When the trade deadline makes it, when it's hyped up, everything will be good.
There we go. That's a good way to end it. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Talk to you again soon.
Bye.